Today I'm with Mark Saiger with Saiger Steam Clean and Saiger Sauce. Mark Saiger, that's a lot of Saigers
in one
Sagers. Sentence. How you doing, Mark?
I'm good today. Thank you very much.
Glad to have you on the program today. We're going to talk about something you've been doing, not cleaning. Well, maybe it's some cleaning, but you know, whenever we talk, it's like you're out on the road, you are visiting other cleaning companies.
Yes.
I have to ask, are you acquiring cleaning companies? Are you visiting to have a picnic? What are you doing?
No, I am actually going out and cleaning with other cleaners, visiting them, finding out about them and their businesses, and if I can lend a hand in some nature, you know, or even they share with me, I learn from them as well too. So it became kind of a passion this year to go out and do it. My wife and I, we've talked about it for about a year and a half. I should do it because I get reached out to daily, like tons and tons, probably like you see and you do too, but from cleaners looking for help, search, and you know, just sometimes on site, they'd love to have you on site just to help you with little things, little tweaks, and I have a blast watching their faces sometimes with little tweaks that'll make a difference for them, and it's just the simplest things, but they needed reaffirmation of what they were doing too.
Maybe some watching this will be like, what is Mark's number? I could use his help.
Yeah, it's everywhere, by the way.
It is.
Yeah.
It's a great thing you're doing. Talk to us about how this started, because I think it's a family tradition.
Yeah, you know, it's really wild. My parents, and my dad is in his 80s now, youngster.
Yeah.
But they found my dad before internet and before anything going on. I don't know how they found him, but my dad is known for apparently helping mount 32 truck mounts for free, which could have been his competitors. And you know, as you're growing up in this industry and around it, you don't realize what your parents are doing. But I've had stories of people telling me. I visited one person a few weeks ago that actually told me more stories about how my family and my dad helped them get into business. So I guess we've always said, in my brothers and I, that our parents have left us some large shoes to help others and help others in our industry, what we know. So this came about as a road tour with my wife and I. We were talking that maybe you should just go out and do this and go with them. Not knowing, you know, the price of gas was going to be this expensive this year when I planned it, and the price of the motor home, you know, are a little more expensive. I bought a used one after the Cincinnati show. Got off a plane and there it is, and I bought it. So things are just meant to be, I guess. But it's been very, very rewarding to see these cleaners in different venues, different avenues of their life and their cleaning life, and it's inspiring what I'm seeing.
It's very cool what you're doing.
Oh, thank you.
So let me ask, it's a family tradition. What your dad did is great. What you're doing is great. What keeps you, what's the drive behind what you're doing to keep you going?
There's a nerd factor I find as being a carpet cleaner. And I find that with the other cleaners I visit, there's something in our system and our DNA you just cannot get out. And everyone, we gel together. There's so much commonality that gentlemen in Ohio and Indiana area, and you know, you question yourself, how's my business doing compared to others? His business is doing spectacular. I mean, what he told me for numbers and stuff, he says, is this good? I'm like, dude, that's more than good. That's excellent. So, you know, I guess reaffirmation, what I'm seeing, and to them, cleaning, again, having fun, doing college turns with the cleaner. I mean, talking me going up and down stairs as many times with this knee, of like, yeah, okay, I'm right behind you. I'll be there in 13 minutes, you know.
Yeah.
A lot of fun. Just a lot of fun. That's the drive. I really love going and seeing them. I love seeing what they're doing. And, you know, again, I think I bring things home with me too.
Cleaners helping cleaners. I can see that's what you're doing, you know, out there consulting and sharing what you know. Fantastic mission. Let's talk about maybe some experiences you've had. Can you think of a couple? You have to name names, but specific instances where you're like, this really was a good visit.
Yeah. A gentleman came back to his hometown, took over. He'd been gone for a while doing other things, came back, took over after his dad, you know, wanted to get out of the industry. He's done some remarkable things with now more online things, of course, that our older generation weren't adapt to, and we sometimes don't get as involved, and it's still, the little kids are 3 years old and be doing this, and like, I don't know how they get it, but he came back and he did some things, and his business is even thriving more within a year compared to when his family had it. Which is great. You know, again, confidence in him, he's seeing, and he told me about experiences where some of the things he's incorporated have just made it better for him. And it was pretty cool.
That is cool. I'm sure there's lots of stories you could share. Maybe you should write a book. That could be in your future.
I've had a couple, you know, as you know, what I learned as a band director, and show you the scars. And you know, that was a previous lifetime too. Dad was a band director and a carpet cleaner. I said I wouldn't be like him, and here I'm doing a lot more like him. But yeah, it would be, you know, no book. I'm a terrible writer.
No book. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you can tell your story here on video.
Thank you.
So thinking about what you've done, can you remember how many you visited or how many miles you've driven and how many years you've done this?
I can tell you the miles. Well, I've been doing more before this, but this one, the summer effort, was a bigger effort to do it. And in the past, I'd go and visit people, do things, and help. But this year, I know in the last 2 months, I put on 12,000 miles on that newer motorhome. So I got the miles racked up, and there was one day I'd be out cleaning the day before, and then went out and visit some people, and I go cleaning, and I get up to my next destination. There's one day it was 770 miles, and I'm like, okay, that was a lot.
That is a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mark Saiger is a cleaner helping cleaners. Thank you, Mark, for what you do.
Thank you so very much. Appreciate it as always.